Hello beautiful people, how's it going? I'm back with another video, and today I wanted to talk about the most controversial character change in any Harry Potter film in the entire span of the 19 years that we've been receiving Harry Potter films. As you all know, The Crimes of Grindelwald came out exactly 1 month ago today, a little over a month ago today, and I am still in absolute shock at Queenie Goldstein and the tragic fate of her and Jacob in the film. Obviously, as you guys have probably already seen, I kind of guessed the ending of Crimes of Grindelwald a long time before it happened, but even when I was in the theater watching the film with my entire family, we were all left entirely flabbergasted by Queenie's horrific character development. And I'm not saying horrific on the part of the writing or the directing, no. I feel that Joe and David Yates did an amazing job with the film, but it's her decisions that feel like there's no basis to them that allow me to believe that there is a huge conspiracy going on with Queenie's character in The Crimes of Grindelwald, and this is my video dissecting that piece of information. Because we're beautiful. Future. Forever. My regular niffler. So in the span of The Crimes of Grindelwald, we were introduced to a lot of amazing characters who had amazing character development. For example, my main example, Leta Lestrange, may be the most complicated character that I personally feel a huge amount of love for in the wizarding world, because we were introduced to her character in this film, and then we got pieces and pieces of her backstory, which lead us to understand her actions, her intentions, and her sacrifice at the end of the film felt very justified. On the other hand, we get characters like Queenie Goldstein, who were developed in the first film as an amazing character who's all lovey-dovey and wouldn't hurt a fly and just wouldn't do anything bad, and then all of a sudden have her turn into this kind of broken character who tries very hard to just fit in and wants to marry Jacob, and then results to joining Grindelwald in order to marry Jacob, even though she's a legilimens and she can read minds, and she can most likely read Grindelwald's mind and understand that he doesn't actually want what she wants for her and Jacob, yet she still joins him. Doesn't that sound a bit fishy to you? I knew from the very first time I saw the film that there was an issue with this whole entire situation, and then when I saw it the second time, nothing really came to mind, and then when I saw it the third time, that's when I kind of managed to get something out of it. My assumptions are that either Queenie Goldstein is under the Imperious Curse, which is a curse that we've seen used in the Harry Potter series many times previously, and we have been introduced to a lot, so obviously it would be a nice callback to the Harry Potter series, or she was cursed with that weird-ass tea that she was drinking. In fact, the scene in which Vinda Rosier takes Queenie into her home, well, not really her home, but takes her in and gives her tea, there is a very prominent shot in which Queenie tells the tea that's literally harassing her to knock it off. I know for a fact that Joe wouldn't implement a scene that's weirdly comedic in a scene that's so jarring and so intense for no reason. I mean, she clearly wanted us to focus on the fact that this tea was being thrown down Queenie's throat, not literally. That would have been weird to see. And that there must be some sort of significance with it. If there is significance with it, obviously that would be a really good callback, as we would have foreshadowing that is largely used in this film, because this movie uses a lot of foreshadowing to make all of its points. In fact, sometimes misses out on actually making them very clear to the audience by using foreshadowing and not actually going back on it. There's a scene, however, that I really want to focus on, which isn't the tea harassment scene, and that is when Queenie walks through the fire to join Gellert Grindelwald. That blue fire, as we understand it, is a ring in which only people who are 100% loyal to Grindelwald can go through and join. All of the others who are not loyal to him would burn in the flames. Now, Queenie's transition was very strange. With Credence, we were given an example of someone who was devoted to Grindelwald completely walking through. Credence just made it. Credence was completely fine. He wasn't strange in any way. He wasn't burning. He didn't feel any pain. Whereas followers like Krull, who aren't completely loyal to Grindelwald, completely burst into the flame when they tried to walk through. And then you have examples of Vinda Rosier and Abernathy, who again completely walk through. The only anomaly in all of this is Queenie. When she leaves Jacob, tells him to walk with him in a very dramatic Oscar-worthy scene, and blasts herself through the fire, but burns in the process. I'm just gonna pull out my sexy edition of The Crimes of Grindelwald, the original screenplay. Queenie screams and Jacob covers his face, terrified as she passes through the ring of fire and joins Grindelwald's side. Why does Queenie scream? Why is it that Queenie feels pain when she goes through the ring of fire? Does that mean that she's not 100% sure? Does that mean that she knows that there's something wrong with Grindelwald? The reason this is so prominent to me is because Queenie can literally read minds. Queenie is not the type of person who you can easily fool because she understands what you're saying. And that was made very prominent in the beginning of the film when Newt realizes that she's charmed Jacob. And it's very interesting how that could be used as a way of a metaphor to what goes around comes around. She charms Jacob and he goes crazy, and Grindelwald charms her and she joins him. It's a very, very nice full circle moment that could be implemented into the series. The reason I feel this is such a prominent theory is because Queenie cannot be fooled. She's not a character who can be manipulated because she knows how to manipulate others. And I know that Joe wanted to show that Grindelwald is a very, very, very powerful wizard, but it's not to that extent where he can fool someone who can read minds. In that whole entire scene when Queenie was searching for Jacob in the middle of the film and she was having a mental breakdown because all of the voices in her head that were actually voices of the inside of other people's minds came into her and started to make her feel crazy. It's not like Grindelwald can make that quiet, and it's not like Grindelwald can possibly block out her thoughts. I'm not sure if he's an occlumens or not. I'm almost sure that he's not. So if that's the case, I don't understand how that miscommunication could happen. And I don't understand how a character like Queenie, whose entire intentions in this entire film were to end up marrying Jacob because she claims she's in love with him, which is something that I completely believe. I mean, I feel very strongly that Queenie and Jacob belong together, and I'm not someone who opposes the ship at all. So for her character to go through all of this, to go to Paris, to find Jacob, to be sad over it for the entire film, and then to join Grindelwald, claiming that she doesn't understand 100% what he wants, or then again claiming that he's the answer and he wants what we want, is just completely bogus to me. Which then leads me to another point. Is it a possibility that Queenie could be working as a double agent similarly to the way that Snape did in the Harry Potter franchise? Queenie is a very clever character, and we understand. I just got a message. As I was saying, Queenie is a very, 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 very clever character. And we understand how much of an asset she is to Grindelwald at the end of the film when she explains to Grindelwald that he has to be gentle with Credence in order for Credence to trust him and in order for Grindelwald to be able to utilize Credence's powers when he gives him the wand. This again just leads me back to understanding that Queenie wouldn't be as stupid as she was portrayed in this film. Queenie made a lot of dumb decisions in The Crimes of Grindelwald, and I am attempting to justify them in any ways possible. She is still one of my favorite characters in the whole entire series. Her character development, the way she is acted by Alison Sudol, just honestly an amazing performance, and just the way she's written by Joe. However, justification needs to be made, and as Joe tweeted a couple of weeks ago, actually no, it might have only been like a week ago, that answers will be given at the end of Fantastic Beasts 3. And I'm not gonna wait 2 years to get those answers. I'm gonna try and figure it out with all of these theories that I'm making. And I hope that you guys will be with me along in that journey. So I want to know what you guys think. Do you think that Queenie is under the Imperious Curse, or do you think she's working as a double agent for Newt Scamander, I guess? Or do you think she's been cursed by that weird tea thing? Because I wouldn't drink it. I mean, I really, really, really wouldn't. So thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave me a like and a comment down below, and subscribe to my channel to see a lot more Harry Potter content. The channel has been growing at an unbelievably fast pace now, and I am so proud of just all of this, and I wanted to thank you all so much for watching. Honestly, I see your comments every single day, and I see the support that you guys give. You guys are honestly amazing, and I just wish I had more time to just focus more on the channel. But that's why I'm doing it now, and that's why I'm having all of these videos be ready for you guys when you guys get to see them. And I want to know how many times you guys have seen Crimes of Grindelwald in theaters. I've seen it 3 times. Might go see it a 4th. I have no idea. But however amount of times, I really hope you guys liked it, because it's turning out to be one of my favorite Wizarding World films, and I really hope that you guys feel the same way, because I'm planning on making a top 10 Wizarding World films in the future on my channel, and I'm just really nervous about the controversies that I'm gonna create, because like I'm gonna say that Crimes of Grindelwald is like better than maybe 3 of the Harry Potter films, but who knows. So anyways, thank you all so much for watching. Bye guys!